Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing how I made sesame seed milk and sesame seed pancakes. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do that now and turn on the notification bell. So these are the ingredients I used. I had a 1/4 cup of sesame seed that had been soaked for an hour, and I also had some carrots and ginger. So time to wash and sieve the sesame seed. So I just used a strainer and I poured the sesame seed over that. After doing that, I fed some water into the cup and pour it over the seeds just to rinse it again. I also rinse the sesame seed anyway before putting it to soak, but then after soaking, I also like to wash it again. Okay, so I wash the seeds and then I chop up the carrot and the ginger, and it's time to blend. I pour the sesame seed into the blender, then I add 2 cups of water and then the chopped carrot and ginger. Then I cover it and blend it. So I have my sieve cloth ready, and I'm going to be using the sieve cloth to sieve this. You can also use a strainer if you don't have a sieve cloth, but the sieve cloth has finer mesh sizes, so it's easier to get like the milk out of it using the sieve cloth than with the strainer, because some of the content of the seed could pass through the strainer. But then sometimes I don't mind that. Sometimes I want the contents of what I'm blending in the milk. So after doing that, I sieve it with the cloth. I pull up the cloth and then I use my hand to squeeze the pulp so that I can extract as much of the milk as is possible. Of course, I wash my hands before doing this, so you want to make sure that your hands are clean before you do this. So yeah, that's basically it. So simple. You can do it with just the sesame seed, but I said, why should I just do it with the sesame seed when I can add in carrots and ginger to give it additional nutrients and also to elevate the taste of the milk? So yeah, I get the benefits from the carrots and the benefits from the ginger, and I also get the sesame milk that is not plain tasting. So this is what it looks like up close, trying to find the right angle for the light. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You can see that it looks creamy and the color is interesting and beautiful. And so yeah, that's ready. But then let's get our pancake mix ready. We're going to be using the pulp. Don't worry if you have some carrots that were not well blended. We're going to blend this again anyway, so that would get finely blended or better blended when we put it back at the blender. So I put it back in the blender. I add in some water. I also add in some vegetable oils. I'm adding in 4 tablespoons of the vegetable oil, and then I also add in sugar. I add in 3 tablespoons of the sugar, and after adding the sugar, I add in a pinch of salt. After doing that, it's time to blend. So any carrots or ginger that was not finely blended gets the opportunity to finely blend now. Don't forget the milk. So I poured the milk into a jar and then I covered it and put it in the fridge. I always like mason jar. I feel like they make things look a little bit more beautiful. So in the bowl here, I have a cup of flour and I add in 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, and I stir it very well to make sure that it's well combined before I add in the wet ingredients. So that's basically all the ingredients that I used. So yeah, I'm adding in the wet ingredients now, and then I stir it properly to make sure that it's well combined. The consistency works just well because I wanted it to be like a really fluffy pancake. So just make sure you stir it in, and then you get your frying pan ready. Use one that is friendly to pancakes so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And so I put my frying pan on the stove, and then I usually add about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and let it heat up a bit. Then I put a scoop. I use the spoon I have on hand, so I put a scoop of the pancake batter into the frying pan and let it fry for about 1 minute to 2 minutes on one side. I flip it over, and then sometimes I'll flip it over again, and then it's ready. This is what it looks like. I was able to make 3 big fluffy pancakes from that, and this is the milk that I made earlier, like you watched me make. So yeah, that's how I made the sesame seed milk and also the sesame pancakes. Have you ever made pancakes with sesame seed? If you have, tell me how you make yours. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Okay, let me just cut it up a bit so that you can see what it looks like. You see, very fluffy. So one of it would do just fine. Like, it's really fluffy, so it's filling. So yeah, that's it. If you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Like this video if you enjoyed watching it, and please share.